Is it possible to play Minecraft without Steve? Is a question I recently asked myself. Now that sounds impossible, right? Well, a thought crossed my mind. What if there's a bug or April Fool's joke that somehow changes how the game works? I looked through all of the Minecraft April Fool's updates to see if I could find anything. I found nothing except for the villager April Fool's joke, which just retextures the players to villagers. But that's not good enough. I want to get rid of Steve, not replace him with a villager. So I continued searching and came across a video showing Minecraft's most egregious bugs. And it just so happens that in this video, it shows a snapshot where everything breaks. Let me show you. This is the snapshot 20W13A. I'm sure some of you remember this snapshot. It's incredibly buggy. Now, if I kill Steve, everything looks normal. I have the respawn and title screen button. However, if I hit respawn, things get a little weird. All I can see is my own face. If I switch perspectives, I can look around, but my character doesn't move at all. WASD does literally nothing. But it gets even weirder. If I position my camera correctly, I can start damaging myself. What's going on? Once the health gets depleted to 0 is when the magic kicks in. Steve is gone. I successfully removed Steve from Minecraft, but there's a massive problem. I'm stuck in place. I can't jump. I can't move. I literally can't do anything. Or can I? First, I tried breaking blocks, as any normal Minecraft player would. But breaking blocks in survival just outright didn't work. After I came to that realization, I decided to try to figure out how to move. I searched through the creative menu in hopes of finding something. Anything that could help me. My first thought was ender pearls, which did nothing. Next, I tried placing a boat, and it wouldn't let me. So then I tried using the summon command to summon a boat, which actually worked. Now, the question was, could I mount the boat? If I could mount the boat, I could easily travel wherever I wanted. It might be slow, but it would get the job done. I tried mounting the boat, but it didn't work. However, it did something super special. It moved me. I was no longer standing in the same spot I was earlier. The thing is, summoning a boat would be the equivalent of cheating. So I decided to move on to the next idea, a minecart. I tried it out and it worked. This was totally acquirable in vanilla survival, which means I wouldn't have to cheat with a command. I also figured out that you could break simple stuff such as boats, minecarts, and plants, but not regular blocks, except in creative. The next question in my mind was, can I build and enter a nether portal without Steve? So after a bit of a headache, I built a nether portal and entered it, but I just died. When I hit respawn, everything went back to normal. So I exited and rejoined the world, but this was a big problem. If I can't enter the nether, I can't beat the game. I had an idea. I decided to download MBT Explorer, which allows you to modify the data of Minecraft worlds. I changed my dimension to the nether and hit the save button. This was the moment of truth. Would this allow me to be in the nether while maintaining the glitch? I joined my single player world and my entire game just crashed. It did not like what I just did. I entered the nether once more and just died. Now that Steve was back, I tried breaking some nether portal frames. Since I figured out whatever I broke in this state would just revert back. I then set my spawn point while standing inside the nether portal, and it thought I was in the nether. What? I tricked it into thinking I was in the nether, so I quit and rejoined the world, and when I respawned, it spawned me in the nether. Let's go! Wait, something's wrong. This is too good to be true. It was no longer glitched, and everything was working as it normally would. After all this experimentation, I started to understand what was going on. Whenever the spawn point was set to default world spawn location, it would bug out. But if I changed my spawn point to anywhere else, it would completely fix the problem when I died. You're probably thinking, that's fine, just don't change your spawn point. However, whenever I entered a nether, it would kill me, which was a problem. Now that I knew it had something to do with the default location, I booted up a server of the snapshot version and tried setting it so the server would spawn you in the nether by default, which didn't work. I had to go back to the drawing board. After a bunch of experimentation, I figured out you could simply teleport into the nether and maintain the glitch. However, the game would still think you were in the overworld, and that required the use of a command. It was therefore physically impossible to get to the nether without using commands. And even when you did, you literally can't do anything. You could see the nether, but you were still technically in the overworld. So any block you broke was only broken in the overworld. After I did all that exhausting work to find out you couldn't do anything in the nether, I found out that you actually can't pick up items while glitched. We may not have gotten super far into the game, but we were able to successfully reverse engineer exactly how the bug worked, which was pretty cool. So to answer the question, yes, you can play Minecraft without Steve. However, you can only move and need minecarts and rails before doing the actual glitch.